Hello everyone. If you're like me, then you have been sick of Batman for a bit now. I love Batman, great character and all, but my goodness, DC, there are other characters that exist. And in 2023, I swore off the ongoing Batman books. I was like, I'm done. I don't care about these books. I'm just going to take a break for 2023. I don't care about the Detective Comics or main Batman book. I didn't read any Batman, and then Batman and the Joker Deadly Duo, which was like a Black Label Out of Canon book, came out. I read that because I heard it was so good. It was great, and then that made me want to read Batman again, and so here we are. So in the last couple days, I caught up on, by caught up I mean I read the latest story arcs for Batman and Detective Comics, and Batman Off-World, which is Jason Aaron's Batman book, which is surprisingly really good and the best of the bunch. I didn't expect it because I'm not a big fan of Jason Aaron's latest works. I used to like stuff that he did back in the day. There's some stuff he did like 10-15 years ago that I thoroughly enjoyed, but lately Jason Aaron's been no bueno, not very good. But his Batman work, only 2 issues in, so there's still time for him to mess it up. But so far, pretty solid, enjoyable. The other 2 books, not so much, which is surprising because I like Chip Zdarsky and Ram V. But their latest story arcs, not too great. But anyways, let's get into them. I'm just going to be all over the place. This is not something where I wrote a script or anything. I just read some comics and I want to talk about them. And this is going to be a very messy video. So sorry if I'm all over the place and I don't do the greatest job at explaining things that are going on. But I wanted to talk about them, but not so much effort that I went in like super in-depth detail and put a lot of effort into it because I don't care that much, but I did just want to, talk about this with you guys. So let's start off with Chip Zdarsky's Batman because that's 3 issues into the current arc, which is called Mind Bomb. And yeah, let's start off with that. So Mind Bomb acts like it's going to be this just Batman Joker arc at first, and it's like, ooh, what's going to be going on? Batman's going against Joker. This is going to be like Chip Zdarsky's like premiere Batman Joker story, because everyone, when they take over the Bat book, any Bat book, they got to do their Joker story, and that's what it seems like this is going to be. But then it flips. So at first he's going after the Joker because the Joker kidnapped one of his mentors, a mentor that was from Batman the Knight, which, if you'll remember, that was the origin story book that Chip Zdarsky wrote prior to taking over the main Batman title. And I thought for some reason at the time that book wasn't going to be canon. Maybe I'm misremembering, but I thought it wasn't canon. Anyways, it is canon now, and that's the one that had all the hubbub because it was like, is Bruce gay? People thought he was gay because of some stuff that happened in that book. Spoiler alert, he's not. But anyways, yeah, that a lady from that book makes an appearance in this because she got kidnapped by Joker. She's the lady that taught Bruce how to be a cat burglar because she was one of the mentors that he went all around the world and studied from. And Joker captures her, she escapes because she's the best or whatever, and then Bruce and, Batman and Joker fight. Joker knows Batman's secret identity. He knows that he's Bruce. I don't know if we're supposed to know why he knows, because again, I'm not all caught up on everything. I've just read the latest arc, so at this point, I'm like, Joker knows that Batman and Bruce Wayne are one and the same? What did I miss? But then at the end of issue 3, it implies that maybe we don't know how he knows, and we're going to find out, so a little confused there. But anyways, that's how it starts. But then in the middle of all that, the Zar Batman starts taking over. If you'll remember, way back during Grant Morrison's run of Batman is when he sort of reintroduced the Batman as Zar, who was just like a Silver Age thing, and he introduced them as he's like the like final step, the final protocol Batman of like, if everything goes under and if Batman gets like, effed in the head or something, the Zar Batman is the one that will emerge and sort of take over and like and help out. And now he's kind of gone a little too far. This Zar Batman's actually just trying to take over when everything's good with that and everything's fine. And so Zdarsky's reintroduced it. I like what Grant Morrison did with it back in the day. Now I'm not the biggest fan of what Zdarsky's currently doing. But anyways, Batman's having a war in his own mind with the Zar Batman. And also the Zar Batman for a bunch of other universes. Like every multiverse Batman has a Zar Batman. Like Batman Beyond has one. And like Dark Knight Returns Batman has one. Like, all these different Batmans have their own Zar Batman. He's collected them all here. And Bruce is fighting them in his mind. It's pretty cool. Jorge Jimenez is on art. So of course everything looks gorgeous. But a lot of craziness happens. Batman's fighting stuff in his own mind. The Zar Batman is in actual reality is fighting Joker. Craziness ensues, and then Batman wakes up on a bed and he sees a robot in the corner. The robot emerges from the shadows. Turns out it's Failsafe. Failsafe was the reason I like hopped off Zdarsky's run so fast, because I was excited for Chip Zdarsky to take over Batman. I loved what he'd been doing with Daredevil. He had done a lot of cool stuff in recent years. So I was like, ooh, him for Batman with Jorge Jimenez on art? Ooh, that sounds like a great book. Then he introduced Failsafe and was just the lamest villain. I just could not care less, and so I hopped off Batman. I was like, I just do not care about this at all. And now he's brought Failsafe back, and it feels like I've missed nothing in between now and then, because we're still on Failsafe. But yeah, Zar Batman has now made it where he doesn't need to use Batman's body to do what he needs to do. Instead, he took over Failsafe's body. So now Zar is out of Batman's mind. He's out of his subconscious. He's in the Failsafe's body. So then they have a whole fight, and it's just whatever. It's more Failsafe stuff. It's more Batman being like, oh, how do I fight this thing that knows everything I'm gonna do and is impervious and is impregnable? And it's like we've seen all this before. We've already seen it. I don't care. But anyways, it's going on. They're fighting. Zar Batman gets the upper hand, and Zar Failsafe Batman gets the upper hand and beats up Bruce. And at the end, Batman wakes up again, because at the end of the second issue, he wakes up after getting his ass beat. In the third issue, he gets knocked out, wakes up. This time, he wakes up with Joker in a cell next to him, and Joker's just like in a body casket essentially, and is just, or a body cast. I mean, he got the crap kicked out of him by Zar Batman, and Bruce is like, I'm through with your nonsense, Joker. You knew about Zar, about my mentors. It's time you told me exactly how you're involved in all this. So this part is the part that made me think, oh, maybe I didn't miss anything. Maybe now we're gonna find out why Joker knows who Bruce is. But Joker says, I think I'll do just exactly that, and it says next, the Joker year 1. So next we'll get some Joker origin stuff. Also, earlier there was a callback to 3 Jokers. I believe in the first issue of this arc, Batman has something like, I'm coming after you, Joker, all 3 of you. So it's like, oh, more acknowledgement of 3 Jokers. So I don't know which Joker this is supposed to be, but maybe we'll get more 3 Joker stuff in next issue. 3 Jokers was a book that was beautiful. Jason Fabok, amazing. The story I thought was good, but nothing great. It was underwhelming. To me, overall, I think 3 Jokers is good, and I enjoyed it. But it was underwhelming. It wasn't as amazing as I thought it was going to be. Because that creative team is, whew, I love Jeff Johns, I love Jason Fabok. And overall, I was like, it's good. It's like a 7 out of 10 book. But it's not like blow your socks off amazing, you have to read it. But we'll see what Chip Zdarsky can do with it. But having read these past 3 issues, I wouldn't really recommend picking up Zdarsky's Batman right now. Unless you just want to look at some great Jorge Jimenez art. In that case, pick it up. It's amazing than that. But the writing is less than stellar right now. But I will say that Batman is definitely better than Detective Comics. Detective Comics currently is just a stinker. It's a Catwoman book right now. Is there a current ongoing Catwoman book? I feel like there is. I think there is, unless it got canceled. So I don't know why the Detective Comics book is all about Catwoman, but whatever. Anyways, in this book, there's this new family that has taken over Gotham. Apparently, there's an old family. There's someone that was introduced, before this story arc, where they were, the founders, I believe, of the village that then came into Gotham, that then turned into Gotham, centuries ago. And they're back, and I guess they're immortal or whatever. I don't know. I've only read the past 5 issues because we're on part 5 of the story. So, like I said, for me to catch up, I just decided to read the current story arcs. I didn't read anything before that. So, yeah, they have captured Bruce. They are trying to tether him to a demon to where they can sort of take control of Batman and have him bend to their will. But he's Batman, so of course he's resisting the demon. It's still made him completely docile, but they can't really mind control him or anything with it, with this Asmere demon. But he's set to be executed in 3 days. They've turned Gotham into very old-timey type place, and they kind of announced that, hey, Batman's going to get executed in 3 days. Catwoman then gets a visit from a ninja that's a double agent, it seems, that's part of this family. And the ninja tells her Batman's going to be executed in 3 days. You need to save him. She's like, all right. She then goes and recruits the weirdest team possible. She gets a bunch of random people. There are some that you'd expect, Oracle becomes a part of the team, and Cassandra Cain does. Them two make sense. She gets Jim Gordon, who isn't commissioner, I'm guessing because this random family took over Gotham. That's why Jim Gordon isn't commissioner. She recruits Azrael. She gets... who else does she get? She gets Cheshire and her daughter. She gets Mr. Freeze. She gets that other random Catwoman that was introduced recently. By recently, I mean within the past couple years. The Aiko, the Asian Catwoman. And they all go to save Bruce. And you're like, why didn't she get, Nightwing or Tim Drake or some Red Hood maybe even? And it's well, apparently during it when they're talking about who are you going to recruit, she mentions oh, they would never believe me. But then it's shown that they're advertising they're going to execute Batman. So it's why wouldn't they believe you if this family that has control of Gotham is advertising the fact that they're going to execute Batman? So I don't really understand why she said they wouldn't it just seems like a weird reasoning for her not to get the people that would make sense. So they had an excuse to put together this weird ragtag team of people. Also, Solomon Grundy joins in. It's weird. Anyways, Batman set up for like a Robin Hood style execution. Remember, you know, when Robin Hood, where they just they're gonna hang him, and then everyone comes in and saves the day. It's sort of like that, except in this they let Batman die because Catwoman's plan is she broke into a cell a few days earlier, kissed him with a compound she had made from poison ivy that makes it to where if a extreme amount of adrenaline gets pumped into his body, he then like acts like he's dead. He shows all the signs that he's passed. But with his muscles, he's able to not have his spine and neck be all effed. So that was the explanation for that. So he fake dies. Catwoman dresses up as someone that's a goon for them and like takes his body and then gets out of there. That's just the quick way about it. And she delivers his body to Talia al Ghul. Talia then takes him across the ocean. I guess she's going to go revive him in a Lazarus pit or something. I don't really know because he's still alive, so I don't know what Talia is exactly doing because they get him out of Gotham, so it doesn't really make sense why they bring him to Talia, at least to me. But anyways, she gets him off there, and they're going through like the ocean, and then we cut to Flamingo and the leader of the Black Hand from, I believe it was called the Black Hand, right? It's been so long since I've read Morrison's Batman, but two characters from Grant Morrison's Batman, and they're like, we're going to bring back Barbados, so yeah, that's a thing. And that's basically where we're at currently in Detective Comics. I didn't do the best job of explaining it, but trust me, it's lame. You don't need to check it out. It's not a good Catwoman story. Batman's not even like involved in the story at all. He's hardly there. When you see him, he's just chained up and he's just like, da-dur, and that's it. So Detective Comics ain't worth checking out. What is worth checking out is Batman Off-World. You got Doug Mahnke on art duties, which Doug Mahnke is one of the best, one of my favorites. He did amazing on Batman during him and Tomasi's Detective Comics run, and he's killing it right now with this Batman comic from Jason Aaron. And Jason Aaron, surprisingly, writes a really fun Batman. Batman Off-World takes place earlier on in Batman's career. There was a time when he was fighting in Gotham. It was, you know, when he's already Batman, he already done his rounds across the globe, figuring out how to become a great crime fighter. He'd already been Batman for a bit. But this was his first time fighting an extraterrestrial. So he's fighting some normal goons, and then an alien shows up and just beats his ass. Batman's like, oh yeah, Earth's just a tiny little speck in, like, gigantic universe galaxy. Like, whatever. He's like, I need to, you know, figure something out here. So he then makes a plan to go into outer space and board this ship that is a pretty cool, interesting ship. It's this ship that filled with mercenaries that has an artificial storm generator that like creates an artificial storm outside of the ship that's like impenetrable, but also you can't get out of it either. You can't escape and you can't get in. But anyways, what they do is they go across the universe and they like grab every able-bodied person they can, turn them into mercenaries, and they turn them into people to help them to continue doing their mission and all that, be mercenaries, and also keep the ship going because there's a lot you have to do to maintain the storm stacks to keep the storm going on the outside. Batman's able to get inside the ship. He gets captured by them. He gets his ass beat instantly while he's in there. They see him as the weakest guy ever, but then he starts doing Batman things. He starts saving people in there, people that would normally die, because when you have to go and maintain the storm stacks and like clean them out, generally you do 1 or 2 cycles and then you're dead. No one's really survived over like a couple cycles of cleaning the storm stacks. Batman survived like 8 times. He's also saved other people while he's in there, and everyone's like, holy crap, what's this guy doing? And you get some really fun dynamics of people like trying to figure out what the hell Batman is, because they're like, what is this bird guy? And Batman saving people. And also something that they have on the ship to train people is they have these punch bots. Batman's able to get his hands on a punch bot, and he uses it to help train him how to fight aliens, to figure out where their pressure points are, where their organs are, everything he needs to know. And it's really cool because these robots have all of the different info on all these different things because they need to train people, and Batman uses it every single day and night. He's figuring out how to fight these aliens. It's cool. When he finally gets to use it, he's like, I deliver a liver punch to this guy's thigh, and I blah 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 blah. And it's like, it's cool. I like it. It's really fun. He's got Tamarian Girl that he teams up with. We learn a little bit about her backstory, and then in this latest issue, he gets off the ship because he kind of gets shot into space, but then he gets saved by his punch bot, and he gets taken down to the planet, and this planet is the home world of the main alien that he's trying to fight. That's on the mercenary ship that he got his ass beat by twice already. And so he's on this planet. He's gonna learn more about him, obviously, and it feels kind of like Tatooine-esque. But when he's there, there's like this gang of wolves that has been terrorizing the people there, and he goes and he's gonna fight the Alpha, and that's where issue 2 ended. But anyways, it's really good. It's really fun. Doug Mankey is amazing. Jason Aaron's actually writing a really fun Batman. It's a great story so far. Really cool. I love Batman on a ship filled with aliens saving people that he has no business saving or anything. And the way he talks about Gotham in the book is great as well. It's a very young Bruce that's like, you know, full of like, I need to protect my city, but in order to do that, you know, I gotta learn more. I can't just be the best on Earth. I gotta know everything. And it's really cool, and I highly recommend you read it. If you're like me and you're like, ugh, Jason Aaron, ugh, I would. If you can get past that, get past it and read Batman, because he's actually doing a good job. Hopefully, this has revitalized Jason Aaron and he'll get back to his old ways, because he has written some comics I really enjoy, but it's been years. But Batman Off-World's good. Anyways, that's all I had to say. That's currently what's going on with Batman. Please let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think of the current state that Batman's in? Are you excited or are you not? And yeah, I want to hear from you guys in the comments below. Thank you all for watching this video, and I'll see y'all later.
Hey, skinny boy, saucy boy, I be running to the bank. Yeah, you know I hit the gas in the whip full tank. Riding past the ocean while I'm listening to Frank.